afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Stock Market Today. You have Alyssa Corum here, and I am joined by Ken Shreve. We're going to go over another big day on Wall Street and what that means, as well as 3 breakout stocks, Ken. And we have you on mute, but we're going to be taking a look at Yeti and a couple of other strong stocks today. Isn't that right?
That is right. Sorry about that. Yeah, in the early stages of a nice market uptrend, you want to see plenty of breakouts. So we're going to take a look at Yeti, 2.6, and Palantir, which reports earnings next week.
Perfect. But first, a look at the major indexes. Here's a chart of the Nasdaq. Another day where we are gapping higher, Ken, with the Nasdaq finishing up about 2.6%. The S&P 500 and Dow up 2% apiece. So continuing these strong gains, almost back already to that 12,000 level after things were looking pretty rocky in the market. But we were always saying that this week could very well be a big week and to be flexible. And what do you make of today's second day of really significant gains?
Well, it looks like a follow-through day for the Nasdaq today. You know, we got that sign of strength that we were looking for yesterday in the Dow and S&P 500. So it was good to see the Nasdaq join the party today, because it looks like its fourth straight gain here did come not only with a big percentage gain, but also volume higher than the prior session. This is still a preliminary read, but it was good to see, you know, the second straight gap up for the Nasdaq. That gives you really 3 straight bullish percentage gains in a row. And like I said, there's a lot of stocks out there acting well.
Yeah, so let's take a look at a couple of those now. Kicking things off with Yeti. It makes those coolers and cup holders or drink holders that keep your drinks really cold or really hot. And this is actually a COVID play with a really big move on earnings today. Incredibly strong results on the top and bottom lines, Ken. The stock moving up some 17% in heavy volume.
Yeah, I love how the last 4 quarters of earnings growth are shown at the bottom of this MarketSmith chart. You know, we always say these MarketSmith charts, you can do all your fundamental and technical research in one place. But that 29% rise in revenue in the most recent quarter, yeah, that was nice acceleration from 7% growth in the prior quarter. But it is definitely a COVID play, and you know, they sell very premium, high-priced products, but it does have a very loyal following, and obviously selling a lot of product.
Yeah. And so this was a clear breakout today. We were talking about it on IBD Live as it was happening while it was still in that 5% buy zone. You don't want to be chasing a stock. This one is out of that proper buy zone now, but that relative strength line hitting a new high. And look at the volume here, well above recent history, up and down for the stock. And, you know, we've been talking about this one, I believe, on IBD Live. And also, if you caught Investing Strategies this month, which came out on Tuesday, Randy Watts, the chief investment strategist of O'Neill Global Advisors, this was one of the stocks that he highlighted. So we did put it on your radar for you there. And moving on, let's take a look at 2.6. The ticker there is IIVI, those Roman numerals there, Ken.
Yeah.
A strong move here today as well, up almost 19% heavy volume. This move coming on earnings too.
Yeah, and what's really impressive here is not only the second straight quarter of accelerating sales growth, but 2 straight quarters of triple-digit sales growth. So obviously, this company is firing on all cylinders. The reason it was so strong today is they also gave a pretty bullish outlook. So this is their specialty. They do a lot of work in lasers, optoelectronic components, but fundamentals pretty good here. And again, we just looked at a really powerful breakout for Yeti. Obviously, this is a powerful breakout for 2.6, and this is what you want to see in the early stages of a new uptrend. So between yesterday and today, this is when people should be paying attention. If this market uptrend is going to be believed, we still could see breakouts like this 2, 3, 4 weeks down the line. So, you know, you mentioned IBD Live and investors.com. You get a lot of good stock ideas and these videos.
That is for sure. And last but not least, let's take a look at PLTR. Palantir, a recent IPO. We like keeping a pulse on the IPO market, and there have been a lot of IPO stocks to talk about lately. This one looking very strong, Ken, up over 10% for the day, now officially breaking out of an IPO base. No matter which way you slice or dice it, a nice breakout for the stock, but this is coming a week ahead of earnings. I mean, maybe you could have gotten really aggressive and tried to play it here. But what are your thoughts on this move?
Well, this is yet another breakout. We're seeing a ton of them, and this is a good sign. But yeah, we are going to hear from Palantir next week when they report earnings. This was a recent direct listing. I mean, technically, it's an IPO, and this is a breakout from an IPO base, but has the look of possibly an emerging leader in the enterprise software group, and they do software for. Government agencies and then things like this. So solid breakout today, and we're going to watch this one. We actually added it to leaderboard today when it was in the early stages of breaking out. So hopefully we'll have a nice little gain ahead of earnings next week. But we took a look at Palantir in the earnings preview column too as a possible option earnings option trade.
Nice. And Palantir finishing still within that 5% buy zone of the traditional pivot here. We'll have to see, of course, what tomorrow brings. And just another note really quickly on, newly public stocks. You did mention the direct listing here. Hey, I thought IBD wanted to see earnings growth of at least 25% on a quarterly basis. Yes, that of course is ideal. That's strong accelerating earnings growth, but you don't have profitability with a lot of these younger companies. So instead, we shift our focus to that top line growth, and Palantir definitely has that going for it. And profitability, it looks like on the horizon. We'll have to see how the quarterly results shake out.
Yeah, that's a big estimate for 2021. They're expected to turn their first annual profit this year of 6 cents a share, and then almost double it next year. So this one has the look of an emerging leader. They're going to have to really execute well to achieve that true status. But this is a breakout from a first stage IPO base with pretty strong sales growth and in a pretty dynamic industry too.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say as well.
Yeah.
Enterprise software has really been the source of a lot of top performing growth stocks this year. So definitely one to watch. All right, everyone, that is it for today. Make sure you're tuning into IBD Live tomorrow. It's actually our 1-year anniversary, if you can believe it. And thanks to everyone who has been with us since then. And if not, we welcome you and we want you to join us. We are running a 3 weeks free promo right now for new members. So now's the time to definitely check it out. Ken, it's been quite a year on IBD Live. And I think pretty much any market condition you could have in a market, we've experienced in 2020. So it's been quite a ride.
Yeah, no doubt. We've developed quite a community with IBD Live, and hard to believe it's a year. But we got some a few special things planned tomorrow. So hopefully, if you've been thinking about tuning in or thinking about getting a trial, like Ellie said, 3 weeks free, and check it out. A lot of people I know get a lot of benefit from it.
Yeah, check it out. It is one really great community over there. So we hope you join us tomorrow morning. Check it out, investors.com/IBD Live. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.